now buying stores and factories where women work and bosses lock the doors.
PeaCheS and cRiMe.
That you caught on to what I was hoping.
Really?
What would catch on to, yeah.
Oh man, I felt like I was watching Jessica Rabbit.
But I'm not a redhead.
No, but you have the same vibe.
Well, thank you, yeah.
PeaCheS and cRiMe. So you guys are like professional.
Thank you.
I mean, you have a lot going on, don't you?
Well, we try and incorporate as much theatrics into our show as much as we do music. My husband and I have a fair amount of theater experience, both on stage and behind, working with musicals. Our trombonist is actually the costumer for the Tri-Cities Opera in the area where we live. So, and she has a lot of on-stage experience as well. So we try and make it more of a show and less of a concert.
I mean, the reality is that there are a lot of bands out there, a lot of musicians, and they're incredibly talented, but if you're looking to really make an impression, a lot of it can help with having a show in terms of an actual presentation. And we figure people are really going to be into that.
Now, what year are you from? You seem a little retro, is that right? I mean, you're not really in the 2000s, are you?
It can depend. A lot of what we do takes place roughly between 29 and 39.
Okay. So who's your favorite criminal?
Oh, our absolute favorite criminal?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Ooh.
Come on, PeaCheS and
I would say
cRiMe.
one of us.
Well, look, do we count?
No.
Oh, the
Well, then
worst.
he's my
You're
favorite
not real
criminal.
criminals, are you? And I gotta hear your skeletons to make sure it's valid.
Look, you should
We
never
just
take
have
skeletons.
stage,
with
we have
buses.
stage names and stage personas to go on with the whole act.
So say them.
Well, I'm Angie Diamond.
Okay.
Daniel Z. Black, and of course, Mikey the Fist.
Mikey the Fist.
Look, show him the fists, Mike. Look at these fists. Dangerous.
Should I be scared?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
We like you.
Oh, you. But I just heard Al Capone is just been uprooted. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, Al Capone was always known as like the baddest man in Chicago, but now there's a badder man that they
Oof.
just said. I just found this out. So
Was it my dad? He's from Chicago.
really, is he
Yeah.
a criminal?
But he's pretty badass. He runs in the family.
I don't think it is. This guy is actually, I think, Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Remember.
Well, look, good for him making it all the way up to Chicago.
Well, he's actually in Mexico, and he's tormenting Chicago from there.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
Lot of
So I
outrage.
think he rules right now, actually. But I mean, come on, like you've got to have some kind of
Favorite
obsession with crime. I mean, you know?
criminal? Well, look, the world is full of crime.
Yes,
I mean,
and
it's
PeaCheS.
Delicious.
Yeah.
But favorite criminals? Well, I mean, there's the standards. I mean, there's Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh,
or
yes.
John Dillinger if you're into bank robbers. If you're more of a murder person, I mean, there's
Murder person.
There's
like
H.
that.
Howard Holmes.
Ah, there's
Oh,
that new.
H. Howard Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of
Murder
Chicago,
Castle.
yes.
If you don't know about Murder Castle, look up Murder Castle. That shit is bananas.
Really?
Well-
And now this new murder that just happened in South Africa. Oh.
Some really crazy stuff, certainly.
Yeah,
But-
I don't like the murder ones.
What's
I mean, Nike was saying, it was all about Nike right now. They were like saying all these people that they, you know, give endorsements to, and now this is the newest one, and it's like the worst one because it's murder. Before it was Lance Armstrong, so what? He doped up himself. And the one before that was Tiger Woods, and they were, so what? He cheated. You know, like now they look like angels. It's like crazy, right?
Yes, the guy's really taking it definitely over the top.
Yeah.
With all this, the stained.
So how did you get the name PeaCheS and cRiMe? Like, what inspired that?
Well, Daniel has this expression where if someone's being particularly nasty, he'll say, well, aren't you all peaches and arsenic? And I thought that was really cute and clever. And I'm like, oh, that should like be our band name, but it needs like more of a, it needs something else. And then he's like, PeaCheS and cRiMe, bam, that's it. And I'm like, oh, you're brilliant.
I am.
Oh, how long have you been married?
It'll be 2 years in May.
So what'd you do for Valentine's Day?
We drove down here.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have fun?
Oh yeah, it was great, actually.
Where did you drive from?
Binghamton, New York.
Binghamton, New York. Wow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Clapping? Really?
Just random.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I heard there's a pretty good music scene in Binghamton, though.
In some respects, yeah, there's always something going on.
I seem to meet a lot of good musicians.
well, it's a college
Well,
town,
thank you.
right? So, you know, and isn't there a horse track near there?
About 20 minutes away, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like horses.
You guys, I think you guys would be great at a horse track. I mean,
I'm not that bad.
in the olden days, maybe in the 20s, right? They were more cool then, right?
It's true. And as Mikey points out,
Except Saratoga Springs. Have you ever been in that little town? It's the cutest town I've ever
yes.
seen in my
It's
entire
very
life.
nice.
It's
Lovely
so
little place.
cute. Isn't that where the horse races are? Saratoga, right?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh.
I feel like we're surrounded by
Yeah, there's-
casinos like 20 minutes, half an hour away.
if what you want to do is really run around the circle, there's plenty of places to do it with a horse. I mean, plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, do you ever watch Craig Ferguson with his secretary? I love his show. But Binghamton, so like, do you play a lot there? Do you travel around? Like, where do you?
Well, we do a little bit of both. We tend to play down in New York every few months or so. These two are actually native from Queens and Long Island, so we have a reasonable amount of friends and fans and family down here. So we try and make our way down here as much as we can, and then we play in Binghamton a reasonable amount as well. We've got a couple festivals lined up for this year, and we're sort of making a lot of traction there, actually, which is nice.
That's wonderful. So how long have you been doing this act?
3 years?
So before you were married?
Yes.
Wow. Did you meet in the band? Is that how you like hooked up?
Oh no. Although that would be a great story too. If we started telling that story to everybody, that would be cool also. But
Well, what happened was Daniel used to date this woman that he was very unhappy with, and at one point I concluded that you are clearly unhappy with this woman, you should be with me. And he's like, I don't have a good argument against that. And that's actually also how the band got started, because he had
So
been...
do you wear the gloves in this family?
Oh, we both wear gloves.
I see that, but I feel like you're the one that like.
I don't know why I started it. I threw down, so. And that's how the band started too. Was he used to write murder ballads about wanting to.
well, look, we've all broken up with people, right? I mean, am I right here?
Yeah.
You
We've
are
all-
correct, sir.
And when you break up, you have certain feelings that you want to
That's what the
express.
songs come out.
Yes. And there you go. And so she starts putting some real music to it, and then we find, you know, a drummer in Ross who's incredibly talented. Couldn't make it today, of course, but
There are so many of us. This is all we can
Yeah, I
manage.
know from the picture.
So how big is the lineup?
Yeah,
The
there's a lot of
actual-
you.
What's the
Right
instrumentation?
now, there's 6 of us plus Daniel emceeing, and we also have a sound guy who does one of the skits with us, because we also do like a traditional vaudeville act. So he comes in and does a ventriloquism thing with Daniel.
So how long is the show?
It varies. We usually end up playing, you know, about an hour-long music set, but anytime we actually get to be in a real theater, like most recently we played at the Deposit State Theater, and we
I was in Deposit, New York.
That's so
That is the
random.
first time I was ever in a bar where I was actually in a bar fight where chairs were flying. There
yeah.
was a bar with like those swinging door
Oh,
thingamajiggies.
yes.
People, I hid under a table. People were throwing tables, chairs in Deposit, New York.
We're-
I was in Deposit, New York.
we're very
That's
serious
so
about that.
crazy.
sort of thing.
Oh my
Have
God.
experienced that in New York City?
No, I saw it there though. Oh my God, it was like really living in a movie.
Deposit's like the Wild West, apparently.
It was. That's exactly what it was. It was like the Wild
That's too
West.
funny.
Yeah, I haven't even heard that town in so long. It like, whoa.
Ruth, what did you do to start a bar fight?
I didn't start it. I just happened to be with people that were in it.
Sure, nothing to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But anytime
Wow,
we put together,
Deposit.
I know it's crazy, but it was so nice to be on a real stage with real lights and real curtains. So we ended up doing it. The show ended up running about 3 hours long once we put all the skits in, plus all the musical numbers, and then plus all of Daniel's introductions.
So you're like summer stock almost. It sounds like in a way. Is it? But all year long.
Sure, that isn't like a reference point for me that I'm like, I don't know exactly what you mean by that, so I'm not sure how.
I
big
don't
a
know. I feel like
comparison that is.
upstate New York, you know, like theater people go up there and do like extravagant
see, yeah.
performances, and they do a lot of theater, and it doesn't happen all year long always because that area is more like a summer community.
Well, when it's not, the trouble is that when it's not summer, there's a lot of snow.
Right. Do you have snow now?
A little bit.
Just little.
It doesn't just go away like it does down here,
Right. You have it like steady on the ground all season, right?
Mm-hmm.
more or less.
Yeah. Here we get it. It disappears like in in a day or two. Exactly.
That must be nice.
It used to be more like you, but it's not anymore. So it is National Gumdrop Day, and we would love for you guys to share a skeleton from your closet.
Well, look, closets are a terrible place to keep your skeletons because then they rattle around and
Yes.
people ask, oh, hey, what's this in the closet? Oh, goodness, a skeleton. Somebody call the police, and then you have to, and there's another body you have to hide.
Oh yes, that's
Very,
true.
very
Or what's a
troublesome.
real life story that you could share?
Or
Or in your character. What will I know?
That's a good
well,
point.
Yeah.
this
Well,
time,
the more
not this
outrageous,
time.
you can imagine that it's not in
Not that-
character.
Well, truth is stranger than fiction. You know?
Sometimes. Do you have anything?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. How about you? Well, I stole it, or I shared that I'm a homewrecker.
Yeah, I kind of felt that that was. Yes, have some gumdrops, love. And what about you, Daniel?
Let me think.
Did you ever get a ticket?
Well, look, I'm trying to balance out after the last one where we had to cut off a little bit early, halfway through the story. I'm trying to think of one I can tell all the way.
Ah.
Let's see here.
All right, what about you, Mr. Keys?
It's Mr. the Fist.
Now, how did you get the name The Fist? You know exactly where your mind goes when you hear that, right?
Correct. I am a retired pugilist. I was kicked out of the professional circuit due to creative use of other body parts.
Yes.
Uh,
It's tough being a boxer sometimes. You gotta get creative.
I definitely got into a few scenes that I am kind of proud of, I suppose. You can say I did a little bit of collections on the side.
Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
It sounds a little creepy and scandalous. I like it.
We are a little creepy and scandalous.
Really one of our specialties.
Well, today is the day, you know, that Leon Spinks knocked out Muhammad Ali, so maybe that's a fact that you might like.
There's so much synergy in today's show.
Exactly.
Everything fits together.
That's why you gotta quit while you're ahead.
Oh, like the Ali, the greatest. Yeah. Are you? Well, have you gotten ahead yet?
He's got a couple on his wall.
Mama.
You're on your way. All right, your turn. Did you ever steal a piece of candy?
Well,
Just now, we weren't paying attention.
funny story.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever been in a bridal party?
I
Yeah,
have.
being a bridesmaid or something like that. Okay, so there was this one time. A friend of mine was getting married to this girl, and he says, Daniel, he says, I want you to be one of my groomsmen. And that's great. You know, we go out and we meet this girl, and she's the woman he's marrying. And so the whole weekend, a couple of my friends and I, because almost all the groomsmen know each other, of course, the whole weekend we spend the whole time not talking about this is a terrible idea and we hate this girl.
Oh my God.
Like, we go for his bachelor party. For his bachelor party, he gets us up at 5 in the morning. We drive out to Long Island Sound and we go fishing.
Nothing says bachelor party like fishing.
Woo! We catch one fish. So I guess the skeleton in my closet is that I'm never going to be his groomsman again.
Did he get divorced?
Oh, it's only a matter of time.
Oh, it hasn't happened yet? Oh my God, does he know?
Look, if he makes it 6 more months, then I'm in the pool. So,
Oh, there's a
Damn.
pool.
That is
look
terrible.
like $50 riding on this. So,
Oh! Excuse me.
Peaches and crime. So what's your website?
That's www.peachesandcrime, all spelled out, all one word. We also are on Facebook, and our Twitter is @PeachesCrime. What other things we have? Artistpr.com/peachesandcrime. You can buy either of our 2 albums on iTunes or on CD Baby.
Nice.
It's all pretty easy to find, or at any number one of our gigs. one of which we have coming up in New York soon.
When and where?
That's at the Metropolitan Room on
that's
March
it.
2nd. Yeah, it's
We're hoping so.
lovely. We're really excited.
Saturday night.
Saturday night, the show starts at 12. No, don't listen to me. The show starts at 11:30. Doors open at 10:45 because they want to get everybody seated before they get rolling. It's $20 plus 2-drink minimum, and frankly, for as nice of a venue as it is, that's a steal. We've played in not as nice venues in New York for the same price, so we're hoping to get a good turnout. People do need to buy their tickets in advance or reserve them because it's a real theater with cabaret style seating. So if you show up at the door with your friends, you won't get to sit with your friends. So I wish I had the number memorized. But
it's the Metropolitan Room. It's a wonderful venue. It's beautiful.
And also because we want to encourage everybody to come, because if this is just 3 of us, imagine the whole crowd.
Yeah.
So if you go to metropolitanroom.com or you call them up and you reserve your tickets before the 22nd of February, the band is going to give you a free gift, which is entirely legal.
at the show.
Nice. Thank you so much, you guys. You're really awesome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
We were happy to be here.
Yay.
This was a lot of fun.
Yay. Well, come back anytime.
Yay.
PeaCheS and cRiMe. We have more on rew-who-Brooklyn.
Good girls' panties and pack them in real tight. And nobody will make a scene until they're set alight. So never be a good girl, does just what she should, girl. The kind of life that would be don't please me at all. Remember that a good girl does just what she should.
Most imperfect girl.